Hi, everybody. I am so excited because the holiday season is upon us, and I get so inspired around this time of year. So, I'm going to do a couple regular men's videos. In this video, I'm showing you how to make a necktie, which is awesome because with the holiday season, this just gives you another opportunity to really personalize your outfit and make it uniquely yours. I went to the thrift store and I bought a necktie, and then I just went through the fabrics that they sold there, and I just happened to find a really nice piece of fabric, which was also a sarong, but whatever. And the print was just perfectly on the bias, so everything worked out really great. Um, so I'm going to show you how to make a necktie in this one, and have fun with it. Whatever outfit you're creating for the holidays, or you're trying to modernize or kind of redesign for the holidays, this can just be another step into making it truly uniquely yours, and that's something that no one else has. So have fun with it. Let's get to it. Have fun. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you're notified when I upload more videos, and don't forget to share it. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, the first thing you need to do is remove this guide right here and all of the stitching at the back of the tie so that it lays open and you can remove the insert. In this video, I'm using or reusing the insert from the old tie. But if you want, you can also take another fabric, cut the insert on the bias. Now you make the insert as wide as you want the tie to be. So if you like the width of the tie that you're purchasing or that you're taking apart, just keep the insert and use it in the new one. This one has two inserts, and I've never really seen that before, but I found them in this tie, and I'll put them back in the new one. Now take apart all the pieces of the tie. On standard length ties, there are normally two pieces, the front and the back, but sometimes in longer ties, you'll have that third piece. So if you find a tie it's too long and there's three pieces, leave that middle piece out and attach the other two, make it shorter. But now that you have all the pieces apart, you need to go and press all the pieces out flat so that you can use it. You can use the existing tie as the pattern for the new one. Just lay it on the new fabric and cut around it, or you can do like I'm doing in the video and creating a paper pattern so that I can use the pattern again later. Because I have a son who wears ties, I figured I would just go ahead and make the paper tie, make the paper pattern and keep that. So here I'm laying them out, and I'm laying everything face up, and I'll trace around all of them, cut them out, and use those to lay on the new piece of fabric. Okay, this is the fabric that I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I found at the thrift store. It is actually a sarong and it's made of rayon. I was a little bit concerned about how it would turn out on the tie because it was so drapey. There wasn't much body in it, but it turned out really great. So that worked out fine. But here I'm just laying the front of the tie, the front piece on the fabric, on the color. The rest of it I'll lay on the black because you're not really going to see it anyway. So I wanted to use the print just for the front. Okay, these are all the pieces cut out. And again, my words escape me, so just watch the visual here. I'm laying the pieces right sides together, the first piece and the second piece. When you sew this, do the same thing with the second and third piece. When sewing these two pieces together, I'm going to align the cut edge to the right edge of my presser foot. So it's going to have roughly a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And then do that at the end of the second piece when you sew the third piece onto it. Okay, now you're going to take the front of the tie, right side facing up, and you're going to put the lining of the front of the tie right side facing down and pin all the way around it, and then sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to just trim off some of that frayed edge all the way around, and then at the very tip, I'm just going to clip off that tip, being careful not to cut into the stitches. Now turn it right side out. Do the same thing to the other end of the tie, at the point at the other end. Then take it to your ironing board and press everything out. Okay, now that you've pressed the tie and it's looking good, lay your insert in the center of your tie and work the end of that insert into the corner, the tip of that tie, and make sure it's laying down the center of the tie all the way down. The insert may not reach the end of the tie, which is fine. And now I'm putting the second insert in. And at this point, I'm going to lay one side over and pin it down in place. And I'm going to fold it right up next to the insert. I don't want any extra fabric on the outsides of the insert. So as you see here, I'm just going to fold down one side, pin it, and then I'm just going to work this end until I get it the way I want it, and then I'll move down the tie. When you fold up this side, you want to tuck in a little bit, a quarter of an inch or whatever, just so you're not showing any raw edges, and pin it in place. And just keep doing this all the way down the length of the tie. Trying to keep that fold in the center of the tie. You don't want any wavy lines back there. It's just not going to look very good. Okay, here we are finishing up the end of the tie, and from here on out we're going to hand stitch, and this is what I use. It is a wax thread that comes pre-waxed, and you just thread your needle and you start your stitching here. I don't use knots, so if you run 3 or 4 stitches in the same place, it makes it nice and secure, and then you use a whip stitch all the way down the center of the tie. Being careful not to go all the way to the front of the tie. You don't want to see any threads on that side. So, when I was sewing this, most of the time I just grab the fabric. Once in a while, I'll pick some of that insert, which is okay. Nothing's going to show to the front, and that's the most important thing. So do your whip stitches all the way down the length of the tie. Okay, here I am finishing up the end of the tie. The next thing you're going to do is sew on your guide back on the back of the tie. Here I'm showing you putting the original guide back on, but you could also use a little bit of ribbon or bias tape, and that's it. You just finished your tie.
I hope you liked that video. If you guys do make your own ties, I would love to see them. If you want to post a picture down in the comments. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload more videos. And have a great day. Thanks. Bye.